Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about the order of operations and we're going to bring you through some problems, so let's take a look. So I like to think of the order of operations as a pyramid or a triangle. So I think of it as you do the parentheses first, which includes brackets or absolute value symbols. Then you move on to exponents, which includes square roots, multiplication and division. Notice how they are on the same level, and addition or subtraction are also on the same level. So what that means is if division comes first in the problem, you solve it from left to right. So whichever comes first. So if division comes first, you do the division first. If multiplication comes first, you do the multiplication first as you're going from left to right. The same applies with addition and subtraction. If the subtraction comes first in the problem from left to right, you do the subtraction first. If the addition comes first from left to right, you do the addition first. And note when a fraction bar is involved, you add parentheses to the numerator and the denominator. So that means like you have something on top of the fraction, you have something on the bottom, you solve the top of the fraction first, solve the bottom of the fraction, and then simplify the rest of it. Okay, so let's take a look at some problems. So it says to simplify each expression using the order of operations. So this first one, 14 plus 4 minus 18 divided by 3. So I notice there's no parentheses, no exponent, but there is multiplication and division, and that is the negative 18 divided by 3. So I'm going to do that first, negative 18 divided by 3, and that's a negative 6. So I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem, 14 plus 4, and then the minus the 6. So now I'm going from left to right, so I'm doing the 14 plus 4 to get 18. Minus 6, and 18 minus 6 is 12. So this answer is 12. Okay, now looking at this next one, number 2, I see multiplication, I see division, so there's no parentheses, even though that's a set of parentheses, there's nothing to do inside the parentheses. So when it's talking about parentheses, it's talking about what you're doing inside them. There's nothing to do inside these parentheses, so that really counts as multiplication. So I do the 50 times 4 because that's the first thing that happens from left to right. And I get 200 divided by 5 plus 6 minus 9. 200 divided by 5 is 40 plus 6 minus 9. 40 plus 6 is 46 minus 9, and we get 37. Let's take a look at another. Alright, so in this one, I notice there's parentheses, there's also exponents. So if I'm asked to do what's inside the parentheses, you still follow the order of operations inside the parentheses. So inside these parentheses, there's addition and there's exponents. I'm going to do the exponents first. So negative 14 plus 4 squared is 16, because 4 times 4 is 16, minus negative 18 divided by 3. Still doing what's inside the parentheses, I'm going to do the negative 14 plus 16 to get 2. Now I don't need the parentheses because I simplified everything inside it. Minus negative 18 divided by 3. Now, negative 18 divided by 3, well, that's negative 6. So I have 2 minus negative 6. And 2 minus negative 6, remember, keep change opposite, turns into 2 plus 6, and 2 plus 6 is 8. Looking at number 4, I do have parentheses, so I'm going to do what's inside the parentheses. So I have 4 minus 8, parentheses, keep change opposite, this becomes a plus, this becomes a positive, and 12 plus 15 is 27. So times 27. Divided by 6 plus 2 to the third. Now I know 2 to the third is 8, and exponents are next, so I'm going to do that. So 4 minus 8 times 27 divided by 6 plus 8. And now I'm going to do 4 minus, and 8 times 27 is 216 divided by 6 plus 8. Now I'm going to move on to the division. I did the multiplication because it came first from left to right. Now I'm going to do the division. And I'm going to write 4 minus, and 216 divided by 6 is 36, I apologize. 36 plus 8, and 4 minus 36 is negative 32, plus 8, and I get negative 24. Be careful on this type of problem because a lot of people think to do this 4 minus 8, but you don't do that 4 minus 8 first because really you need to do this multiplication of 8 times whatever is in the parentheses, and in this case it's 8 times the 27. So you don't do the 4 minus 8, you do the multiplication before you do that subtraction. All right, taking a look at this one, we have 3 plus 2, and then brackets, 5 plus 4 times 2, close the brackets, squared, minus 12. So I'm going to do what's inside the parentheses or brackets first. So I'm following the order of operations within the parentheses, so I'm going to do that multiplication before I do the addition. So 3 plus 2, and then 5 plus 4 times 2 is 8, squared, minus 12. Now, still within the parentheses, I'm doing the 5 plus 8 to get 13, so 3 plus 2, and then 13, squared, minus 12. 13 squared is 169, so 3 plus 2 times 169 minus 12. Again, after the parentheses came exponents, that's why I did the 13 squared before I did that multiplication. Now I'm going to do the multiplication still before I'm doing this addition, because multiplication comes first. So I'm going to multiply the 2 times the 169. I'll continue this up here, and it's going to be 3 plus, and 2 times 169 is 338. And again, minus 12. 3 plus 338 is 341, minus 12, and 341 minus 12 is 329, which is our answer to this problem. All right, one more we'll go through. Again, this one has a fraction bar, so we can really add parentheses to the numerator and denominator, really just to show that I'm simplifying the entire numerator and I'm simplifying the entire denominator before I'm doing that division. Okay, so looking at the numerator, following the order of operations, I am doing that 2 squared first because there was really no parentheses. So it's going to be 3 minus 2 squared is 4 times 5 minus 7 over, inside that parentheses, 7 squared is 49 minus 5 squared is 25 divided by 3. Continuing to simplify in the numerator, 4 times 5 is 20. Again, doing the multiplication before I do that subtraction, so it's going to be 3 minus 20 minus 7 over 49 minus 25 is 24 divided by 3. In the numerator, 3 minus 20 minus 7 is negative 24. And in the denominator, 24 divided by 3 is 8. So 24 divided by 8, negative 24 divided by 8 is negative 3, which is our answer to this problem. All right, let me know if you have any questions on any of those. Have a wonderful day.